Good journey, everyone. Welcome to Space Oats Live, a Star Wars podcast. I am the Crucial Crew member. I hope everything is not going to be too glitchy. It might be glitchy, and I don't know. We're going to find out. But anyway, a little bit of tight squeeze here. Different spot that I'm doing this, and I'm seeing that it's being glitchy, so I don't know if it's actually going to be glitchy. But again, welcome to Space Oats Live. So yeah, I hope everybody can see me. Can everybody see me? I'm hoping everybody can see me. Anyway, we are going to talk about some art tonight. We have a kind of a not long ago in this galaxy segment that takes us back to someone famous for a lot of the Star Wars posters. Hello, thank you for joining, by the way. Let me know if it's kind of glitchy, please, because if so, I can probably swap this up. And I have a second camera, a second computer, and I'm trying this one, and I don't really know if it's going to work or not. But anyway, hope everybody's doing great. We are also ramping up to not only Star Wars Celebration, but we're ramping up to Andor Season 2, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So hope everybody is doing great this week. Fantastic. I've been catching up on my Andor. Hope everybody else is. Yeah, it's been fun to revisit, right? So first, let's do our not long ago in this galaxy segment. I do this usually every single day in some way or another. Sometimes on my days off, I don't really get to it, but usually that's only Tuesdays. But Thursdays through Mondays, I go live every afternoon on this YouTube channel to talk about a little bit of Star Wars history. And usually I go in a little bit more detail when I do this on Wednesday night when we talk about Space Oats Live. And this really kind of goes along with the theme of this podcast tonight. So, which was a Yoda quote: "The shroud of the dark side has fallen, begun the Clone Wars has," because we had some amazing art that was released today, along with the first one of the trailers for Attack of the Clones. Actually, was released today in. I never wrote down the date. I love it when I don't write down like specific information that I really need, right? But it was in 2002, March the 12th, 2002. Drew Struzan did a lot of Star Wars art, did a lot of really cool posters, movie posters. I'm going to go through some of my favorites in a minute, but of course, all the Star Wars ones are my favorites, right? Which he did a lot of. But Drew Struzan's Attack of the Clones movie poster was released, unveiled in movie theaters and online, along with the episode 2 trailer as well. It was released today, but we're going to focus more on Drew Struzan and his art, which is pretty fantastic. This is a cool poster, by the way. I've always thought about collecting movie posters, and I just I have one of his. I have one of his Indiana Jones posters, but and it's one of my favorites. So that's why I'm gonna show that one in a bit. But Drew Struzan, yeah. So this one I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna actually pull this up and share this in a second here. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to do that. It's not what I probably wanted to do. Yes, it is. I think it's this one. I believe. Go ahead and see if I can't pop this up. Should be sharing. Right? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop that up. Let me get me in the frame here. So yeah, this poster here. This poster was released March the 12th, 2002 for Attack of the Clones. This one shot here. I like looking at the posters without like the the information of the movie, like no title, no actors, producers, directors, all that stuff, all the credits kind of taken out, which you can tell where they usually would go in the poster. But I really do love to get the essence of the poster itself, and looking at the art as it is. This one is just a magnificent poster. It has the two forbidden lovers, which I actually have the forbidden love poster of Anakin and Padme, which came out like the previous years. It was like a tease poster. They had a bunch of tease posters for Attack of the Clones, and so this really kind of builds off of that. That forbidden love poster that with Padme and Anakin, in the like the larger framework of the poster here. And then amidst all of the galactic turmoil that's going on, the Clone Wars, showing up in here. We got, Jango Fett, which everybody was super excited about. Seeing a Mandalorian return to screen in what we would hope as a big role. And yeah, he definitely had a big role. Obi-Wan kind of like stuck in there as well. And then our favorites, R2-D2 and C-3PO being there in this poster also. So yeah, like this is the beginning of the Republic getting torn apart, and Anakin and Padme right there in the middle of it, trying to embrace the love that they have. Yoda also in this picture as well, so in this poster as well, which we do. Yoda has a big part in Attack of the Clones. Struzen's signature style is just continuing on the look and the feel when he first started doing the special edition trilogy posters, which were fantastic. If you remember those, they were pretty amazing, and kind of building off of this, but then also in a different way, almost having that classic movie style. Also, he did The Phantom Menace, which if you remember, that's another one of my favorites, which I'll share in a moment, but really does kind of have that same feel. So, and as well as Revenge of the Sith, all three of these that he did, connecting together in the look and the feel, which he does so well with each of his movie posters if he's doing sequels and so forth. So yeah, kind of got in the way of really, I mean, Attack of the Clones, the beginning of the Clone Wars, and really only see like a little bit of that in this poster. So kind of getting in the way of George Lucas's what he was wanting the movie to be about, but really not like pulling that into the poster itself. But George Lucas wanted Drew to really just conceive his posters for Star Wars without any input. And Drew wanted the main characters here to mimic the pose from the 1965 film Dr. Zhivago, which is very prominent and in that look and feel. And you can really do see that if you know that classic film. Again, taking from those classic films and putting it into a galaxy far, far away, which he did it so well with this poster. And it really did pull from that. So this was kind of the first time that he really kind of pulled away from the story and the main theme of the story, besides of what he did with the other films. Again, the special edition trilogy really held true to what was in the movies and what the movies were about. Same thing with the Phantom Menace. In my opinion, this kind of pulled away from the main theme of the movie, and gave us that little side story, which was going to be very important, but wasn't really the main focus of the film as far as the theme of the film, the title of the film, and so forth. So it's a striking poster, regardless if it doesn't match the true essence of what Attack of the Clone was, but it is a very amazing poster that we have here from Drew. So fantastic. Love this poster that we have. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just pull up some of my favorites of his. Again, I love Drew's posters, so we're just going to kind of go through some of these and see some of the other ones that he has done. I'm going to pop this one in. This one is the Revenge of the Sith poster that he did as well. Again, really carrying on that classic feel with the coloring. I love the way that kind of like Vader is just like behind Anakin there. Almost like, I don't know, just like death and gloom looming over the light in this point. But all of the major, characters in this poster here, and then of course in the forefront, Anakin and Obi-Wan, that final duel being portrayed with that clash of the lightsabers. We got Sidious there on the side in the background, Obi-Wan as well, Padme, Mace Windu, Yoda, just everything just kind of exploding out from the center. It almost looks like, which we thought was the last film that was going to be created for Star Wars. So just like that, just explosion from the middle and carrying off, everything circling around that final duel that everybody was so waiting for, right? Fantastic. But what a great poster that was as well. Loved that one. And then going back to the Phantom Menace one that he had, this one probably my favorite of the prequel trilogy posters that he did, with Queen Amidala, Qui-Gon Jinn, the Chosen One being kind of the forefront. Again, the light, everything kind of like centering on that one character in the middle. And then, of course, that overshadowing of Maul in the background is just genius. Just looks fantastic. C-3PO and R2-D2 also in this one, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar as well, and then the Naboo shuttle, Queen Amidala in that amazing dress of hers. This is definitely my favorite prequel trilogy artwork that he did. Was really fantastic. Some of his other works that, again, this one actually I have. Again, I said that this is my favorite of his Indiana Jones posters that he did. Again, going off of that classic 1930s feel, which is what those prequel trilogy posters actually did. And again, you kind of see where that kind of gotten drawn from with Indiana Jones here. And this was from The Last Crusade. This is, again, my favorite poster of the Indiana Jones trilogy, or at the time it was the trilogy, with Indian and his father, Henry Jones, on the front there. And I really love the Indiana Jones on the horse with like everybody just like following him. Love that. And I love kind of like the characters in the four corners, our favorites, heroes at the top, villains at the bottom, which just such a great poster here. Again, I have this poster. I love this poster. This is my favorite of the indie posters, even to this day, even with the new movies that are out. This one just is, I just love this poster. It's just fantastic. Another poster that Struzan did, which is another one of my favorite movies, and he did all the Back to the Future ones, but I mean, who can go back to the original? The original was fantastic, right? It's so simple. Michael J. Fox there, at the door of the DeLorean time machine, with the fire tracks, and just looking at his watch, kind of with that expression of what the heck just happened. Love the Back to the Future trilogy, and what a fantastic poster. Most of the Back to the Future posters didn't change too much, and this one, though, started it all, and it's just a classic movie poster from Struzan. Amazing. And another one that I actually really like, I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of push back on this one, but Hook is just one of my. It's an amazing movie. It's fun take on Peter Pan and the story of Peter Pan, and Robin Williams, Robert De Niro, Julia Roberts, just so many great people in this movie that did such a great job. And what a great poster. Again, that you can see his style carrying through a lot of his posters. The coloring, the classic look and feel. Those old classic 1940s, 50s, 60s movies, whatever year. But really looking fantastic. Love his style. Love his style. And then another one, this one kind of takes away from his normal style that you've seen throughout the posters. But again, a really great one here, Blade Runner. His poster for Blade Runner, an amazing one here. Blade Runner is such a great classic movie. So what a fantastic job he did on this poster. Another one with Harrison Ford in it, right? Just amazing. Gritty, just so earthy as well as sci-fi at the same time. Capturing a great feel for what you're watching or what you're gonna watch when you see these movie posters. Yeah, love this movie poster. So those are some of my favorites anyway. Again, Struzan did a lot of movie posters, lots and lots and lots. He did the Hellboy poster. He did again the Star Wars trilogy special edition posters, some Harry Potter posters. Just so many posters from Struzan that are out there, and yeah, what a fantastic artist Drew Struzan is. So again, March 12th, 2002, the Attack of the Clones movie poster was released. Drew Struzan, the artist on that poster. Let's get into it. We're getting really close to Star Wars Celebration, right? And we know that also Andor season 2 is coming out soon. So can't wait for that. It's coming quickly, and quickly cannot believe how quick it's going to be here. It's getting too close. I'm revisiting. I'm watching Andor season 1 right now. Tony Gilroy just did a fantastic job with the first season, and I can't wait to see what is going to happen. Again, Andor season 2 is going to be released in a very unusual way that we have not seen yet. We are going to get we're going to get 3 episodes a week for 4 weeks. So 12 episodes total. It's going to take us up to the events of Rogue One, which he has said before. The way that Rogue One took us into A New Hope, I'm almost guessing that we're going to get it like going right into the scene that we first meet Cassian in Rogue One, which would be fantastic. Season 1 took place 5 years before A New Hope, or 5 years before A New Hope. So we had that whole 1 year period in that first season. This one is going to be 3 short stories, 3 story episode arcs together per year. So like the first week, we're going to get like 4 years out, second week, 3 years out, third week, 2 years out, and then, or something like that. And then the last one going right up to Rogue One. So can't wait to see how that happens and what the story arcs are going to be. The trailers have been fantastic. The kind of like the spotlight trailer, and then also the special look, which is a couple minutes long on Disney Plus as well, has been fantastic. A little bit of commentary from Tony Gilroy and Genevieve O'Reilly, and Diego Luna about where that story is going. And we got a little bit of extra taste from what we saw in the trailer, which has been fantastic. We have gotten some other trailers also released on Disney Plus, kind of like taking out the critic acclaims from the first season, which is like the first trailer that came out. And then we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more this week. Well, actually, there's a 14-minute, 10-minute, 14-minute, something like that on the YouTube Star Wars channel right now, which basically is just giving us a kind of like a synopsis of season 1 altogether. Which is, if you don't have time to watch season 1, I recommend at least watching that before, like right before the series, because it kind of gives you a summary, like last year or last season on Andor, because I'm sure they're going to do that, but it's going to be very, very brief. So at least it gives you a good rundown of the entire Andor season 1 right before you watch season 2. It'll be something similar to that. But this week we're actually going to get something pretty interesting, and it's going to be kind of like a revisit of Andor season 1, but then also with Tony Gilroy. So this is going to be on YouTube tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to be able to really watch it, which is kind of sad, because I'm going to be getting to work because it's Pacific time's 3:00. That's when I start work, so not really going to see it. So hopefully going to watch it in a follow-up. Hopefully they allow it to go and you can rewatch it whenever. But yeah, so Tony Gilroy is going to be live answering questions about Andor season 1, probably a little bit of answering questions about season 2 without giving any spoilers away. But this is going to happen tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on YouTube. Yeah, so that's going to be live. So if you're available around that time, I would highly recommend it. I'd be watching it if I can, but there's no way, because it's when I'm literally starting work and it's my busiest time, so won't be able to do that. But so this is kind of anticipation of that season 2 premiere on April 22nd, which we are all looking forward to. But we know where we're going in the story. We just don't know how everything's going to like fall into place. We know a lot of things that happen to these characters and where they're going to be. Some of them we don't know. So it'll be neat to see how all of this kind of comes together, where these characters end up, how they made the decisions to get to where they are when we see them in Rogue One. Why are not some of the characters seen in Rogue One? That's going to be another question. Maybe we're going to see why some of these characters are the way they are. Mon Mothma, what happens to her husband, her daughter. Saw Gerrera, why does he become is he considered an extremist in Rogue One? Are we going to see that unfold? Luthen Rail, what happens to him? What happens to all these other characters? Cassian's sister, are we going to find out all of that? Bix, where did she go? Just so many characters. How did K2SO? There was a comic book with that, but that might be retconned in a way. I'm pretty sure that story is probably going to get retconned, and we're gonna have the true way that Cassian came across K2SO, and or maybe maybe we won't. Maybe it'll just be the comic fits in there and we show up and we got K2SO. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. But yeah. So now it's interesting. Tomorrow it does say that Tony Gilroy will be live with other special guests. So who knows who else might show up on that YouTube session? Will Diego Luna be live? Will any of the other characters be live? That would be really cool if they jump in there. It is going to be simulcast. I just did see that. I don't know how this happens. I turned this off tonight. Give me one moment. It's funny. I got these routines set up on my Google Home, and now I can't figure out how to get rid of them. Anyway, sorry about that. One day I'll figure it out. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, who else shows up on this live broadcast. Be pretty amazing to see. And yeah, it's going to be so this is going to also be streaming live on um, the Star Wars website, by the way, Disney Plus, Lucasfilm website, Hulu, and YouTube channels. So lots of different ways to be able to view this. And yeah, we're going to revisit all the key moments of the first season, and insights on the cast, the creator himself, Tony Gilroy, and maybe even have some of your questions answered on screen. So really, really cool if you're definitely a fan of Andor, and if you can make that, would be fantastic. Maybe I'll see some people that I know, ask some questions, which would be pretty amazing. I will not be able to do it, I'm sure, but it'd be pretty amazing. You can also watch, if you don't have Disney Plus and you don't know where you can stream it, because it is on Disney Plus, you can watch the first 3 episodes on YouTube for free right now. You can also, if you have Hulu, watch the full first season on Hulu right now for a limited time. So that's a way, if you're not sure, if you don't have any other way to watch it, if you do not have Disney Plus, expanding that out a little bit so that you can get that recap available to be able to see that. So pretty amazing. Lots of really cool stuff happening with Andor season 2 coming up. I'm really looking forward to being there in Japan when it comes out, because I would love to see it with a crowd. It's one of my favorite things about being at Star Wars Celebration, is being able to just see those premieres with your fandom together. It's so amazing to be able to do that. It's a lot of fun to be in Star Wars Celebration with just people that love Star Wars, and be able to watch something on this big, huge screen. Sometimes even with some of the actors themselves, because they'll come to these panels and we're like, hey, let's watch the first episode or whatever. Get invited back, whatever that might be, for the evening. It'll be fantastic to be able to see that. So just amazing. Would be awesome to be able to see that live. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm getting super excited. It is literally like little over 30 days away before going to Japan. So getting amped up, focused on going, and it's just, can't wait. We have a lot of people that are live tonight that are in here. I can't believe this. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me, but nobody's been chatty. So, but I would love for people to just chat it up if you can. Japan coming quickly. I did, by the way, I got a chance to go to Oga's. I didn't mention this last week. I did go to Oga's finally, and try some of the new Oga's menu items, which have been out for quite a while now, and I've just been struggling getting there. But I did have some time to go to Hollywood Studios last week, and I got a chance to pop into Oga's on Fat Tuesday. And I had a lot of the new. I had 2 of the new drinks, 2 of the 3, the gin drink and the tequila drink. I tell you what, the gin drink is phenomenal, fantastic, edible flower, which was really amazing. It was so good. Loved that one. That is definitely one of my favorites now on the menu. So I am a gin guy. So I'm drinking a bourbon drink now, but I that is bourbon or gin are my 2 go-tos, and I really did enjoy the gin drink on Oga's Cantina. I think that one's a really great add to the menu. I didn't get the flatbread. That is a food item that's brand new, but I did get the bread. Kind of like a pretzel roll bread with a cheesy bread, and it comes with a really great sauce. It is kind of spicy, but it's perfect. I got that actually with the kind of the margarita drink, the new one. which is spicy as well. It's got Taijin on the rim, which is and so both of those were really good together. Honestly, if you like spice, had a great time there. As usual, Oga's is great, fantastic. Got myself around to wrap while I was in Galaxy's Edge, which got to do. And I bought some costume stuff for Japan, and can't wait to get all that together. I was playing with my my saber today a little bit, just to see how it looks, and I just can't wait to put it all together. So also I've ordered my poker chips for Japan, so for Star Wars Celebration Japan. So if you're going, look out for me and try to grab one of those poker chips from me. It is for Star Wars Celebration Japan. They are Chandrilla Starline ones too, so definitely going to be looking for anybody that's got some CSL gear. So I'm not just going to be handing these out like candy. You got to be somebody special to be able to get one of these credits. So only have 100 of them. So, but didn't want to take too much. But anyway, that is kind of it for me tonight. Kind of a short night. There's really not much going on in the world of Star Wars, really. I'm just been trying to get caught up on Andor is my deal. But man, lots of people on tonight. So really appreciate everybody joining. Please like this video if you like it. Really help me out. Join this podcast, join this channel, subscribe, hit those notifications so you know when I go live. Be pretty fantastic if you guys, but feel free to chat it away. Let me know where you're from. Anytime you join in, I love it when people chat away. So didn't get a lot of people chatting. I don't know why. I'm hoping that nothing's like avoiding that, and something's turned off in my chats. But hopefully, if you can, you'd be able to say hello. But if not, I'm so sorry that you couldn't. That is it. That is it for me tonight. I'm going to go short tonight, and maybe I'm going to go watch some more Andor, right? But thank you for joining in. Appreciate it all. Hopefully this wasn't too glitchy. Again, I was not using the computer that I normally use, so I apologize about that. So usually this is a little bit more smooth. I promise you that. Again, thank you for joining. Remember to do something Star Wars. If you haven't already done so today, please do something Star Wars today. Watch some Star Wars, listen to some Star Wars, read some Star Wars, play some Star Wars, do something Star Wars today. Most importantly, whatever you're doing, may the stars light your way. Have a great evening, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you next time.